Yeah.
According to hard drive. Hi, YouTube people. Hi,
YouTube
Facebook
people. Yeah.
Record once. No, record twice, measure once. Wait.
Yeah. You did put that in the Podcasting for Dummies book, right?
Right. Record twice, post once. There we go. Videos. And what?
Record twice, post once.
Yeah.
We've done that.
No, we thought we were recording one of those 2 times.
Yeah. Kind of like a dry run, if you will.
Practice. Okay, check. Hello.
Hello.
Craig?
Yes. Hello.
Back him off just a little bit. There we go. And the music sounds like this. Wait for it.
Good morning, folks. This is your captain's.
That works. All right. Audio levels look good.
Go reshare the post.
Blah, 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 blah.
And there's
the post.
The thumbnail is a picture of Brian in mid-drink.
Yeah, that's always a good one.
But what is he drinking?
Vodka. Straight. That's very good.
All right. Why is this little screen over here? I got an idea. Let's do that. Hey, that'll be fun.
Kung Fu Craig.
I watched Kung Fu tonight.
Oh, yeah?
It's on Amazon.
Wow.
What do you mean? The TV show? The original one?
The David Carradine one. I said, oh my gosh. So I went back and watched episode 1, season 1. Man, that show moves slow. Oh my, I forgot.
Wow.
I used to watch that with my dad.
They do a number of close-ups, and you can clearly see the bald appliance headpiece.
Oh.
It's really sad. I can truly appreciate it, having done Farnsworth for a number of years.
Don't do an HD digital remake update of this.
Definitely not.
I don't think it would have even worked in the 70s when they had that close-up of his instructor's face. It's like, dude, you can see the seam right down his sideburn, around the ear, and down the neck.
Yeah, because you got to cover the sideburns, because, the 70s sideburns are about yay big.
The mutton chops.
They were trying to save on the budget, and they had a community college in town that was doing makeup effects.
I'm going to keep an eye out. I don't know how many more I'm going to watch, but I want to see if the makeup got better as it went.
I used to watch that with my dad. I liked it.
I used to watch it all the time, too.
You can't go back to your childhood. No.
I just love that scene, and I think they show it in the opening or something, where he's got the pot and it's got the little holes on the side.
That's how he had to get out. Yeah. He had to lift up the pot and move it over to another thing, and it opened the door. And he goes out into the snow barefoot.
He had a rough day.
Yeah.
First I get kicked out, and then I get no shoes.
Man, he couldn't even give me my bald makeup right.
I expected him to. Well, he was mostly head shaven.
Oh, that's true.
So
yeah,
David Carradine was head shaven in the bald scenes. But I expected him, after he burned his arms, to come running out like the guy on Raiders. Ah! Put his arms in the snow.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Which I watched last weekend. Those two, you could make a mashup. I was thinking, the show moves so slowly, you could easily do a Mystery Science Theater out of that. I mean, it's like 5 minutes before anybody says anything in the first episode.
Wow.
I'm about to go look. It's been so long since I've seen it. I have to go look.
I know. That's why I was curious. Like, what am I not remembering about this? Oh, my goodness.
So much.
There wasn't much to remember.
How many seasons were there that?
I don't know. I didn't check.
And of course, I search for Kung Fu and I find restaurants.
That's Kung Pao.
Kung Fu restaurant.
There you go.
You have to learn to take a fall before you get your fried rice.
Yeah.
Or pot stickers.
Not sure how many seasons were.
Just don't look for the pho stores.
Number of seasons 3.
Okay.
They had 63. They had 63 episodes.
Wow,
that's a good lot.
Yeah, good long run.
Well, that was back when they did like 1 million episodes. Like some early seasons of Gunsmoke, they had like 60 episodes or whatever per season. was ridiculous. It's like they filmed every day of the year almost.
And even back then, I knew when they said, he's with the Chinaman. Like, David Carradine doesn't even look like a Chinaman.
No, he doesn't.
What's up with that?
Whitewashing back in the day.
It's true.
I guess. Well, he did paint some stuff white, so yeah, he was whitewashing. Shall we begin?
Certainly.
Yes.
All right, let's
get the
dig
chat
in.
up.
We got the chat
chat
up. We
going
got the
on.
stream working. Hello, John Miller Jr.
You know, one of these
rest.
days, I'm gonna have to arrange a meeting between you and him. I think you'd get along
wait.
with him just fine.
Our videographer needs a moment.
It's your wife, of course.
Everything is. And what have you been watching, Craig?
Let's see. I caught. Oh, this morning I was sitting out with the dog in the yard, and I usually, walk her a little bit in the morning. And I sat down and I pulled up Hulu, and there was Bill and Ted. So I watched that this morning on my phone.
Is it still
can't
holding
help
up?
Oh yeah, I mean, you watch it in the context it came out in '88, sure.
Yep.
Somebody just wrote
I
that
think
on Facebook. What was it? That was Clinton said, "Write a comment below," and somebody said, "Be excellent to each other."
It was CJ.
Was that CJ?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. The great thing is most of that was filmed here. A good chunk of that was filmed here.
Was it really?
Yeah, the mall sequence is at Old Metro Center, the old Metro Center before they remodeled it.
Oh, wow.
The auditorium
This
scenes
was a sham.
auditorium was downtown Phoenix. There was a high school downtown that had it. The exterior high school scenes are Coronado High School in Scottsdale. I have friends who are extras in you can see them.
That's cool.
So yeah,
funny.
because it was right after we graduated high school, so it was pretty funny.
And you go, excellent.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, it's pretty wild to see the old Metro Center because that they had the skating rink originally down in there and everything. So
Wow.
yeah, crazy.
And
You grew up
Yeah,
in Phoenix. Okay.
yeah, I agree. I did. There's yeah,
many moons ago.
since 80 we were down here.
Back
there
when
was a
Northern
lot-
Avenue was the northern end of town.
Actually, it was. Well, Scottsdale Road was 2-lane.
Prior to 51.
Yeah, though 51 was. I remember when 51 came through. It was actually prior to 7th Street coming over the mountains. Yeah, You
Just sort
couldn't
of
get through the
ended like at north.
Yeah, we basically went so far up and it couldn't go over because they had mountains in the way. They actually
Right.
had to blow out the mountains. Same with 51. 51, they had to blow out all that whole area.
Yeah, that's what I figured that you can clearly see that one slope is just carved out.
Yeah, there's quite a few of them, and like I said, 7th Street is carved out too.
Wow.
I'm going to change the question of the week.
Okay, go ahead.
But yeah, Scottsdale was like, it ended at Pima, essentially, for the most part. Pima Road was was the edge of Scottsdale. That was it, because then you're on the res at that point, and it didn't go very far north.
Now it seems to stretch all the way to
Yeah,
Cave Creek.
Now the B line was still there because people went over to Fountain Hills, lived in Fountain Hills and whatnot, but that was still a trek out.
Yeah.
It was because it was starting to build up right along that area too. Because I had a friend who lived at 126th Street and Shea, essentially.
Whoa, that's out in the boonies.
It was out in the boonies, but they were starting to build housing out there. Down south you didn't go very far. Chandler was way out there and wasn't very developed. You didn't hear things like Santan Valley. What the hell is that?
You might as well be in Tucson at that point.
Casa Grande was still out there, but again, it was like Hicksville. That was crazy growing up here. It's wild to see how much of it's changed.
Oh yeah, well, same for here.
Yeah,
I mean,
can imagine.
There's a lot of places I obviously I recognize my hometown, but there's a lot of places I go, well, that used to be a lot of trees right there, but now there's like a storage place, stuff like that.
Where my parents, they just moved out of a condo about a year or two ago, and that used to be just a big old apple orchard up on this hill. We'd kind of go up there like, you weren't supposed to be on this property.
Oh, that.
And now there's a grocery store, a restaurant, some condos. Like,
Yeah.
what the?
Yeah. We've gotten a lot of spillover from Charlotte. So, during the big boom pre-2008, it started really exploding, and now it's kind of starting up again to really explode. The town next to us, Fort Mill, they're closer to Charlotte, and they get a lot of that stuff. There's a lot of development there right now.
Yeah, we were driving up at Bell and Central today, and we're like, wow. I'm like, there's all these places around here. Back when my friend used to live right there at those apartments there was nothing, no grocery stores, no restaurants and everything. We go over there to play D&D, and we'd have to Sherpa all our stuff in because there was nothing around. And you're like, to order pizza.
The truck.
Yeah, you couldn't order pizza. There was no delivery places nearby there. And it's just now look at it, and it's like, man, there's tons of stuff.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Bell is kind of apartment crazy right now.
It is. Well, all of Phoenix is because there's,
that's true.
If you go downtown, it's like everywhere.
Yeah, Scottsdale's all apartments too.
Yeah.
Anyway, the other one that I'm watching, Craig, now is Ash versus Evil Dead.
Yes, I do want to go back and see that. I haven't watched it at all. Is it good?
At all? It's ridiculous. It's kind of a stupid funny, but
like the movie,
huh?
Like the movie.
Oh, it's a TV series.
I didn't see the movie. This is a TV series.
Yes, I know, but I mean, Ashburn.
Well, yeah, it's true. The Evil Dead movies are kind of dumb. Yeah.
Dumb. Where he sticks the chainsaw on his arm, and so,
yes.
Yeah, I'm just saying, yes. They're all kind of goofy
and
slash
full of dumb
almost
humor.
horror movie, huh?
It's full of dumb humor.
Oh yeah. A lot of corny jokes.
Yeah, it's like spilling paint on a painting. There's already paint on it, so that's okay. And Pablo goes, "That is incorrect." If you're not listening, though, go right by it. Some of it's just plain old dad humor.
Oh yeah,
it's
definitely
really bad.
Groovy. There you go. John Miller Jr.'s got it. Groovy.
We ready? We ready?
Sure.
Okay. And here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Technorama episode 545, Free Pluto!
Yeah.
Good morning, folks. This is your captain speaking.
Technorama.
Remember when?
Technorama.
On this day in tech history.
Tech.
And now, the news.
Tech.
What the chuck?
Technorama.
Welcome to Blockhead Video.
I'm looking for a planet about yay big and about yay big around.
Over there, in the media corner.
Kind of like Mr. Henderson, my gym teacher.
Technorama.
Hold my beer and watch this.
Unfasten your seatbelts and disregard all safety rules. Here are your flight crew, Chuck and Craig.
Welcome to Technorama. This is the show that takes a lighthearted look at tech, science, sci-fi, and all things geek, sometimes including astronomy and movies and TV shows and whatnot. That is us. Thank you for joining us. If this is your first time, my name is Chuck Tomasi, and if you're returning, my name is still Chuck Tomasi. Joining me, as always, is Craig Stepp. How are you, Craig?
I've joined the Witness Protection Program. My name is no longer Craig.
It is, but he just changed the spelling.
Yeah.
Also joining us in the binary studio once again is our captive guest, Brian Brown.
Hi, Mr. Tomasti. Thank you for having me as your Technorama intern. I hope to be here for a while and learn the podcasting trade from you and Mr. Steepy.
You have just earned the time. We're going to get you a trainee badge.
Podcast trainee. That's great to be like, it'd be like the Cub Scouts. I get the, merit badges for doing various things. I get one that says put up with T. Morris.
Stop tempting me. I put up with T. Morris.
Exactly. And you got like an anniversary badge. You got like stripes, like a sergeant.
I'll put up with him.
Yeah, I think we all put up with him. You're right.
We're going to be hearing from that.
Yeah. I'm expecting feedback in 5, 4, 3.
Yeah, we'll find out if he's watching live or somebody mentions him fast enough. Dude, they're slamming you on Technorama. I'm famous.
Internet famous, at least, right?
Yeah, that's right. Internet famous.
I did not get a chance to put our question of the week out on Facebook this weekend. Shame on me. I need to really put a Saturday reminder to do that. But we'll muscle on. We've got enough content in the show. What do you say we go right into the history thing?
Let's dig in.
We need our D20s.
Oh, D20s. Yeah, you want to kind of rolling into the Sarlacc pit over here?
Okay. Deflected.
All right, here we go.
We're going to try this again.
Oh, Dice, you failed me.
What'd you get? I got a 1. I got a critical failure.
Wait,
2.
You got a 1
I got a
2?
1. I got a 1 and 2.
Hey, I won with a 7. How you like that?
Congratulations, Craig.
Yes. It's a good day.
This dice, man.
Wow. Look at these. Look at these. I picked these up in the bargain bin. There's some that are like calico cat. It's not even one color.
Like a chimera.
Yeah, this one's like two-tone green.
Yeah. And what do you call that? A chimera? It's like colored half and half.
It's called a cheap dice.
Yeah, I was going to say it's like the freebie bin.
It wasn't quite free. I think there was still $1 a piece, but they add color to the studio. All right. So, Craig, you ready?
I am. Okay, yes, I am.
On this day in history for September 26, 2018, this is the 269th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar. There are 96 days remaining in 2018. There's something odd about that number 269 and 96, but we'll keep going.
Yeah. It was on this date in 1580 that Sir Francis Drake finishes his circumnavigation of the Earth.
Didn't we make a joke about
Yes,
circumnavigation
we did
last
week, as a matter of fact. Yes.
You know what? I almost did, but I passed. I took the high road.
This time. It was
this time.
113 years ago today that Albert Einstein published his first paper on the special theory of relativity. I feel special.
That same date in 1914, the United States Federal Trade Commission, the FTC, is established by the Federal Trade Commission Act.
Wow, what's the likelihood that it was named after that?
What? The
Right.
government? No.
Yeah. It was 85 years ago today. The As Gangster Machine Gun As?
Yeah,
Okay.
keep reading.
Gangster Machine
Take
Machine
the-
Gun Kelly surrenders to the FBI. He shouts out, "Don't tase me, bro." I'm just kidding. Don't shout, G-men, or don't shoot, G-men.
Don't shout. Don't shout, G-Man. G-Man.
It becomes a nickname of the FBI agents. There you go.
We'll work on that.
Don't tase me, bro.
Steamship RMS Queen Mary is launched on this date in 1934.
Also on September 26, 1960, in Chicago, the first televised debate takes place between presidential candidate Richard M. Nixon and John F. Kennedy. Exactly.
You
That same day.
got something on your chin.
That same date in 1969, Abbey Road, the last recorded album by the Beatles, is released.
We were just talking about them today. Man, they put out a lot of stuff in the few years that they were together.
Yeah, and look how much. Oh, we found this in the vault.
I
crap that's
still
come
hear
out over the years.
songs that are like, this is
Yeah.
the Beatles, and I've never heard this before. But then again, I don't own every album and listen to them end to end. September 26, 1973, the Concorde makes its first nonstop crossing of the Atlantic in record-breaking time.
It was 41 years ago today that the first reactor Chernobyl nuclear power plant is completed, and the power plant opens for official usage, the first nuclear power plant in then the Ukrainian SSR.
It was also on this date in 1983 that Soviet nuclear false alarm incident. Military officer Stanislav Petrov identifies a report of an incoming nuclear missile as a computer error and not an American first strike.
Would you like to play a game?
Shout out to
Yes.
that guy, man. Let me tell you.
they're kidding.
Yeah, thank you.
For double checking the facts. September 26, 2005, the PBS Kids channel is shut down and replaced by a joint network
Not that.
with Comcast called Sprout.
Sprouts! 10 years ago today, Swiss pilot and inventor Yves Rossi becomes the first person to fly a jet engine-powered wing across the English Channel.
Usually it takes two wings.
Oh, there's one big wing, Craig. That's all you need sometimes. Come
Yeah.
on, the Swiss, they're like timepieces, man. Knives. They only need one thing. That's all they need.
There's only need one wing. Okay.
Yeah.
So happy birthday on this date goes on to American gardener and environmentalist Johnny Appleseed, born on this date in 1774.
Do you remember your third grade history? What was his real last name?
I don't know.
Orange.
I thought it was Chapman.
Johnny Chapman?
Someone can look that up. Appleseed was a lot catchier.
Yeah.
Oh, Theodore Géricault, the French painter and lithographer, was born 227 years ago today.
American photographer and activist Louis Hine, born on this date in 1874.
And Barnes Wallis, the English scientist and engineer, invented the bouncing bomb, which is born. Congratulations, you got a happy bouncing baby bomb.
Hey, watch me bounce this off the backboard. Boom! Goes the dynamite.
Here, General, catch.
T.S. Eliot, English poet, playwright, critic, Nobel Prize laureate, was born on the same date in 1888.
Born September 26, 1898, American pianist and composer George Gershwin.
Anyway.
American fitness expert Jack LaLanne, born on this date in 1914.
Wow, he was like 100 years old when I was a kid.
Yeah, I was going to say, man.
That man went on and on and on.
He was the first of the fitness craze.
No, he was a robot. That was really it.
Robot.
Cyborg.
Kept replacing him.
He was an android. He was like Data. He's like Dick Clark.
Every 20 years, they just replaced him.
Jean Herny, Swiss physicist, inventor, and businessman, was born on that same date in 1924.
Robert Cade, the American physician and educator, co-invented Gatorade. He was a co-inventor, was born 91 years ago today. Gatorade's been around that long?
No, but he was. You think the aid in Gatorade came from his name?
Nah.
Okay.
Yeah. Also born on the same date in 1948, English-Australian singer, songwriter, and actress, and babe, Olivia Newton-John.
Have you ever felt mellow? American actress Linda Hamilton was born on this date in 1956. Let's do the birthdays before the song runs out. September 26, Brett from Wales. 101 is Steve Weshy from St. Louis, Missouri. Pronounced like the first part of wet and she. Wetchy. And Adam Rumpke was born on 10/2. Thank you, and that's the way it was on this day in history for September 26, 2018.
Hey, Brian, you're getting a shout-out in the chat room.
Whoop, whoop.
Mark Trouble.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Mr. Trouble. He's nothing but trouble.
He is nothing but trouble.
We were.
You can't even spell trouble right.
The comment about Robert Cade and Gatorade made me think of a recent episode of, what is it? The podcast, Ridiculous History.
Oh, okay.
There's a podcast called Ridiculous History, and they go through some really crazy stuff. The Adidas and Puma story is one to really listen to.
Not Adidas.
It was about two brothers who were sons of a shoemaker in Germany. Adolf Dassler and his brother Rudy Dassler. Okay. They've started out a company together making shoes. They even provided the shoes to Jesse Owens for the Olympics. For the Olympics.
I remember hearing something briefly about this.
They had a breakup, and it was quite literally a shoe civil war in this town. Adi was the innovator and creative one. Rudy was the businessman. He went on to start, Adi, short for Adolf, made up the portmanteau Adi Dassler Adidas.
Adidas.
He came up with Adidas. Rudy, the not so imaginative one, came up with, what did he say? Rudas it was really bad, and they later changed it to Puma.
Wow.
Just scrap the whole thing and just go with Puma.
And it's really, really an interesting story about all of that. So that's what made me think of it. Every time I see
what's
Adidas.
Equally, interesting is they both became very big shoe companies.
They did, but then Nike came in and swept them while they were having their little spat. No pun intended.
Yes.
Yeah, Nike was invented by this guy up in Oregon, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Yeah. His name was Nicholas Ike.
What?
Okay, Craig.
Put it together.
Craig's not the imaginative one here either. No, seriously, he is the creative one. All right, we have a couple of astronomy-related stories. Craig, would you like the first one?
Sure, since I rolled a 7 that outrolled you guys.
That's true. It's pretty sad.
All right, so they made it. In Japan, 2 hopping rovers successfully land on asteroid Ryugu. The suspense is over. Huh?
You sure it's pronounced like that?
Ryugu.
It's Wagyu, maybe,
Wagyu.
Is that beefy asteroid?
Ragu. The suspense is over. 2 tiny hopping robots have successfully landed on an asteroid called Ryugu, whatever you want to call it. And they've sent back some interesting postcards from their new home. The tiny rovers are part of the Japanese Aerospace Explorations Agency's Habarashi Hayabusa 2
There you go.
asteroid sample return mission. The engineers with the agency deployed these robots early Friday, but I started to say Ajax. JAXA.
It's Ajax backwards, kind of.
Yeah. Yes. Waited until today to confirm the operation was successful, today being September 22nd. And both rovers made the landing safely.
Yay!
And
Yeah.
you go down in the article, there's a couple of really cool pictures. One of them looks more clear than the other, but it looks like really you're looking into a space nebula.
They're on an asteroid and they spotted a UFO. And you get the blurry UFO shot.
Yeah. It's confirmed. So the rovers are part of the Minerva 2-1 program and are designed to hop along the asteroid's surface, taking photographs and gathering data. In fact, one of the initial images sent home by the hoppers was awful blurry since the robot snapped it while it was on the go. They should have gave it some selfie tips.
Action shot.
Yeah, you'd think that they'd have it, programmed so that, hey, snap the picture when you land, not when you're on accelerating.
Well, actually, if you're not familiar with the project, the reason they hop is because the gravity's so low on the asteroid.
Yeah.
They're kind of, just hopping. They're supposed to move around from place to place. Because they said if they tried to push away from the asteroid, it would just fly away. In order to complete the deployment, the main spacecraft of the Hayabusa 2 mission lowered itself carefully down towards the surface until it was about 180 feet, about 55 meters for those of you who are not on the Imperial.
Who have gone to the light side.
The people who are actually, afadvanced.
Yeah.
How many is that in cubits?
Yeah. After the rovers are on their way, the spacecraft raised itself back to its typical altitude, about 12.5 miles above the asteroid surface. Well, that's a big difference. The agency still has 2 more deployments yet to accomplish before it can rest easy. The Hayabusa 2 is scheduled to deploy a larger rover. Wow, really? I didn't realize that. Called Mascot in October, and another tiny hopper next year. And of course, the main spacecraft has a host of other tasks to accomplish during its stay at Ragu. Most notably to collect a sample of primitive world and bring it back to Earth for laboratory analysis.
Oh, so they're not going to crash this one into the comet and then or the asteroid and just like they did have the last couple ones?
Like Philae?
No, something's going to actually bring it back up and bring it back to Earth. That's pretty cool.
Bring a chunk, and this is how the alien virus gets transmitted.
Yay.
I saw this in Andromeda Strain. I did.
Yeah, what could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, what could possibly go wrong?
Wash your hands.
So this is yours, Chuck. This is a good one. I read this earlier this week.
Okay. First hydrogen-powered train hits the tracks in Germany. Yes. French building company Alstom built 2 hydrogen-powered trains and delivered them to Germany last weekend, where they'll zoom along a 62-mile stretch. Wait, how can it be 62 miles in Germany?
I don't know. Yeah.
They're on the metric system. I know that for sure. 62-mile stretch of track that runs from northern cities in Cuxhaven, Bremerhaven, Bremervoorde, and Buxtehude. I hope that's close.
That's pretty close, I think.
My German is a little old. The new trains replace their diesel-powered counterparts and are the first of their kind, but they are likely not the last. Alstom is contracted to deliver 14 more hydrogen-powered trains called Coradia Island trains before 2021. The trains are an initial setup towards lowering Germany's transportation-related emissions, a sector that has been intractable for policymakers in the country, but hydrogen fuel faces some chicken and egg type problems. Yeah. Namely, hydrogen is difficult to store. Hey, it worked so well for the Hindenburg. Why not?
Yeah, what could possibly go wrong?
And make it a truly zero-emission source of fuel requires renewable electricities. Craig's laughing on the other end.
No, I'm laughing, but I'll tell you in a second.
Okay. Renewable electricity to perform water electrolysis. The more common option for creating hydrogen fuel involves natural gas reforming, which is not a carbon-neutral process. The advantages of hydrogen fuel cells are that, unlike battery-powered vehicles, refueling a hydrogen-powered vehicle is just as fast as a vehicle powered by fossil fuels. No sitting around and charging overnight is required. Trains tend not to be battery-powered when they're electric. However, because they're so heavy, electric train systems tend to use catenary systems with electrified cables providing electricity to the train. But over long distances, setting up an external electricity source can be expensive. Oh, is that why you see Oh, that makes sense. I was wondering why a lot of train systems had electric wires overhead that
Well, there you go.
weren't always... Oh, cool.
Because they're electric.
They're like hybrids.
Some of them, yeah, I imagine.
Neat.
What could possibly? I see a movie already with this where terrorists take over the train and are going to blow up the train.
The hydrogen train?
The hydrogen train, exactly. Use it as a hydrogen bomb.
What movie would that be?
In a world.
Die Hard.
Oh, I mean, coming up.
Yeah.
Hey, so here we go. This is why I was laughing. Okay, there's the first, and it's for two reasons. I got busted sort of when I read this, but looking at one of the first pictures, and it has all the people on, I guess the press, and they're doing the trip. I look up on the screen that's on the display screen on the thing. It says Sonderfahrt.
Yes, that's where they're going.
No, it's not. I started laughing because all this gas talk, and there's Sonderfahrt. But if you look at the caption, it says, hot tip, Sonderfahrt means special trip in German. Immature Americans can't stop giggling to themselves. And I was like, I was already...
They nailed you. They called you out, Craig.
They're like, hey.
They know me too well.
I knew fart was German for trip or voyage.
Voyage,
Kind of thing. Yeah.
So Sonderfahrt.
Yeah, so anyways, that's really cool. It's a cool concept, and it's interesting because they're going to have a refueling station at one end, basically, and then they're going to have to build another one coming up along the way. So.
How do you harvest the hydrogen? I mean, how do you...
So you basically, there's a
You do
couple
that with electrolysis through water.
Yep, through water's one way, or natural gas is the other way. Like I said, natural gas is not a carbon neutral. So,
right.
Yeah, the electrolysis, but the problem is that the amount of energy to get the hydrogen out.
Takes a lot of electricity to get your hydrogen out to get more...
That's true.
So the question is how cost effective is it?
Yep.
In the long run.
Well, also the only exhaust you would have is water. So in that sense, it's cleaner.
True.
Yeah, rather than having a diesel, spewing out.
If you had
that.
water exhaust, would that be a Wasserfahrt?
And you said your German was old.
No, it's his humor.
Oh. This is a story about...
His German is as stale as his humor.
Oh, man. NASA TESS is first exoplanet evaporating super Earth. They basically found NASA's newest planet hunting mission has reported detecting its first alien world, a super Earth that is likely evaporating under the heat from its star.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, actually.
How long is that supposed to last?
2
or 3 more weeks.
We
got to get there.
Yeah, as soon as you can get there, it's gone basically, and maybe it's already gone because it's that far away, and we're just now seeing images of it.
Kind of like Wally World.
Yeah, it's closed. The Transiting Exoplanet Survey Satellite TESS launched on Earth orbit in April 18th atop SpaceX Falcon 9. Go SpaceX. The Space Telescope is analyzing several 100,000 of the brightest stars in the sun's neighborhood, looking for tiny dips in brightness caused by the passage or transit of orbiting planets as small as Earth across the face of those stars. Mm-hmm. So scientists have used TESS data to discover a new planet around the star Pi Mensae, also known as HD 39091.
Does that mean it's in high definition?
It definitely is. That's how they managed to find it, because if it was in standard def, it would have been really blurry. So,
sorry, folks. Pi Mensae is closed.
Pi Mensae is closed.
Moose out front should have told you.
By the way, HD 39091 is located about 59.5 light years from Earth in the constellation Mensa. The table. I don't know what that means. Pi Mensa is a yellow dwarf star like Sun and the second brightest among the stars known of transiting exoplanets. Basically, previous research they found other planets around Pi Mensae, like a gas giant, for example.
Wow.
It's about 10 times bigger than Jupiter. Think about
big.
That. That's huge.
Wait, wouldn't that qualify as almost a binary star? I mean, that's
pretty big.
That's almost big enough to ignite. I thought my history tells me that if Jupiter was, say, 10 times bigger, it might be a brown dwarf.
Yeah, maybe that's what. But right now we're seeing it as a gas giant. Again, who knows?
Okay,
maybe since that. Now scientists have detected a new world around Pi Mensae, one about 2.4 times Earth's diameter and about 4.82 times Earth's mass. The super Earth has been dubbed Pi Mensae C. Orbits around 0.07 AU from its star, or more than 50 times closer than Mercury does to the sun. Ooh, that's close.
50 times
closer. Yeah, to its sun.
Wow. Wouldn't that mean it's like
touching it?
Well, I never understood this. How you could have times as a multiplier. How can you have a multiplier closer?
You can, I guess. I mean, you think about it. It depends on how big, I guess, that the sun is too.
I've heard this before.
Yeah, it's since it's weird. Yeah, since it's a super Earth, it's slightly larger and more massive than our own world, so that's probably why it's doing okay. But of course, it's like it's turning into goo essentially.
It's turning to goo, the goo planet.
Yeah, slowly but surely.
Yeah, your Adidas are gonna melt when you land on the planet and try to walk around.
I don't know if
so it's like that one from Chronicles of Riddick.
Oh yeah, exactly. Half
the sun
of it
comes up and you burn.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And by the way, Craig, it's my Pumas, not my Adidas. Thank you.
Oh, excuse me.
I'll shiv you. Yeah, so there's some really cool pictures in this article too. If you get a chance to read it, and there's a really cool video where they kind of explain a lot of different things. So definitely.
Very much so. Thank you, Brian.
Sure.
Let's take a quick break. We'll be back with Hacks and Strange Stories and a couple of Remember When. So let me see if I can get the right button here. There it is. Hang on. We'll be right back.
Programs and applications. I'm Ben. And I am Keith, and we are the Two Gay Geeks. We are the nerds behind TG Geeks Webcast, where we talk about sci-fi, comics, film, horror, genre. You name it, we talk about it. We release an episode every Monday morning at 6 a.m. Eastern. You can find us on iTunes, Blueberry, Spreaker, Stitcher, and iHeartRadio. Also, look us up on YouTube. And of course, we can be found at tggeeks.com, where you can find not only our webcast, but articles of other geeky goodness. So come along for the wildest ride in the potosphere.
This is Dr. Pamela Gay from Slacker Astronomy, and you're listening to Chuck Tomasi on Chuck Chat.
Wow. Whoa, I pulled an old one out of the bucket. There is no more Slacker Astronomy. I just dragged the file that said Pamela Gay. I thought I had an Astronomy Cast promo there.
I heard the music kick in. I was like, wait a minute.
What was that? We just went through a time warp of some kind.
Oops.
Well, it's not the first oops we've ever had on this show, and likely not the last.
So we got to start combing through to see if shows are still live.
That's too much work.
Yes. Don't we get enough articles? Come on, Craig. Oh, we have video. Oh,
raise your hand if you listen to Slacker Astronomy.
Do this. Just go into the folder. It has all our IDs. Select all and do random.
Just delete.
No, random play, not delete them. Delete them.
Yeah, you get some interesting things in there if you have really old ones in there.
I do. In fact, I have an obsolete folder, an archive. What is it?
There's 13 years worth of them in there.
Ugh. Yeah, we can always use some more. So if you've got a podcast out there that you want to promo and it's kind of in line with, the nerd audience that we've got, send it along. Send us an email at technorama@gmail.com.
We don't care if they're still active or not. Just send us the ID.
Apparently not. We don't care.
Hey, I have this show called Dragon Page cover to cover. I'd like to.
Yeah. We're on it. I'd like to know where that's recorded. I might even show up.
Yeah. Oh, this is an interesting story.
When I first read this, I thought it was something about Guy Fawkes.
Okay.
I knew Craig would take the bait as soon as I clicked this. When I saved it off to our weekly library, and I said, I'll bet you anything Craig puts this in the show notes.
Would you bet Donna $1 I would pick this one?
I'd buy that for $1.
That's right.
Go for it, man.
All right. A man managed to get himself jailed for 16 weeks and missed the birth of his child.
What an idiot.
Yeah, I know. After lying to his pregnant girlfriend that he had been kidnapped so he could go get drunk with his buddies.
Wait. Let me guess. England.
Wait for it. Wait for it. No,
England or Germany, one of the two.
We had, what was it, the Mexican guy or Brazilian guy that said he was going out for smokes and he went to Russia to watch the World Cup?
That's right. Yeah, that's right. That's right. So the kidnapping prank had gone wrong took place in January when Lee Ford, a 45-year-old man from Blackpool, England.
I read it.
made several frantic phone calls to his pregnant partner, Zoe Doyle. Telling her that he had been kidnapped and that he was going to be tortured unless he transferred all of his money she had into the kidnapper's bank account.
This bank account looks a lot like the bar I go to.
Yeah. So at first the woman thought he was kidding, but he sounded really scared. And then there were other men shouting in the background, threatening to cut off Lee's legs and pour hot water on him. But that was just millennials doing the stupid water trick.
You can see him in the back.
Yeah, it's all his buddies.
Cut your legs off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure he offered to buy a round for his buddies.
So she complied, but she also called the police. Oops.
Duh, who wouldn't? I mean, come on.
So at first, I thought he was just winding me up, 35-year-old Zoe says. But he sounded really scared. The phone went dead, and then it rang again. I could hear men shouting in the background, threatening to break Lee's legs and throwing boiling water over him. And they were threatening to mutilate him, cut off his genitals. Too bad that he didn't do that like 9 months earlier. and I was panic-stricken. Lee kept screaming and begging his girlfriend, who was 35 weeks pregnant at the time.
35 weeks and he did that to her? Dang.
So wait, what is the real reason he went to jail?
Well, faking kidnapping, probably.
Is that a felony?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's definitely a long time.
Yeah, you start getting the police involved. There's a search. People are looking, faking your death kind of thing. Yeah.
Read on. The next paragraph is where the...
All right.
The
So here you go.
gets
So
pulled
35
off.
weeks, to comply with the kidnapper's demand, she transferred the money that she had. She had 80 pounds.
That's their life savings?
That was
pound 80, right?
Yeah, that's 80 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, and provided the bank account before alerting authorities. A helicopter and trained hostage negotiator was called in for what sounded like a complicated situation, but no one called again until the next morning when Lee himself came home like nothing had ever happened.
He only got 80 pounds. He probably had a drinking tab that was bigger than that.
Here you go. Police were waiting for him, and after asking him some questions, they arrested him for wasting police time and resources.
Oh, yeah.
At first, the 45-year-old kept lying about what really happened, but after being shown video evidence of himself and two friends leaving a shop and carrying booze, he confessed to making the whole thing up. It's kind of funny.
Wow.
It's funny, but it's
not. It wouldn't have been funny if you were the person in that situation.
No. Just say,
getting the panic call.
Why don't you just say, I'm going out? If you got to just go out, go. I mean, it's a big production.
Don't panic your 35-week pregnant girlfriend, Oh, man, I wonder if they're still together.
Hey, you know what?
Probably.
Yeah, bad life choices, that's for sure. Oh.
I think losing your genitals would be the least of your worries if my wife caught me like that.
And she was 35 weeks pregnant? Yeah, I think
yes,
so.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of... Never mind. I can't segue anything to this. We do this show Sunday every night at 9:30. No screaming or threats in the background. If you want to join us 9:30 Eastern time on Facebook.
You got a podcast, Tomasi, otherwise we break your legs.
Hey, I did want to ask a question. I'm trying to figure out if this is real or not. Are millennials really, or Generation Z or whatever you call them now, pouring hot water on themselves?
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, there was the Tide Pod challenge that were causing people to go to the hospital.
Was that a music video where you got out of your car and
the Drake one? Yeah, there's also the condom snorting up your nose one. That was dumb. I don't think it's necessarily a millennial thing. I think it's a dumb person thing. people who are just, trying to get caught up in the trends and also trying to build their numbers on YouTube, for example, or, Facebook videos. I think that's part of it. I think it's kind of a cultural shift maybe. But, I mean, come on, we all did dumb things as kids, too.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, but when you start involving hot water, I've been like, what the hell are you thinking? No, I wouldn't want that.
Not everybody can be as smart as you,
John Miller brings up the cinnamon challenge.
The cinnamon challenge. Yeah, that's another good one. Yeah, yeah.
That's dangerous, actually.
Oh, yeah, you can aspirate the cinnamon and then hospital time.
Wasn't there a similar one with hot sauce or something?
There's a ghost pepper challenge.
Yeah,
there's the Carolina Reaper challenge. There's a bunch of dumb ones. It's like, you people are dumb.
Hey, do you know that the Carolina Reaper is actually from here in Rock Hill?
Oh, from right there?
Yeah, the guy that made it, bred it,
he's
like
your
from
neighbor.
Here.
He's like your neighbor. You like?
No, I mean, actually, he's not far from here. He's one of my friend's neighbors. But yeah.
Oh, okay.
Thought I'd pass that along. I don't know why I'd share that.
Right, this one's more of a video thing, but we'll do it anyway. We have an article from Geekology, and if you follow our show notes through chuckchat.com/Technorama, you can find this out as well. There's a little YouTube video about a modern internet company logos reimagined as 1970s to 1990s animated television series, and it even has a little music that goes along with it, and you think you're watching Falcon Crest or something. It's pretty funny.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, we just have the YouTube and the Twitter one up here, but they have Instagram. The one that blew my mind, that I can't believe they did this at all, was the Google logo. And the fonts and the colors are the old Apple logo.
Yeah, it looks good though.
What? No! No, it's already been done. Why would you cross the streams like that?
Hey, I like the Amazon one. It looks like it's like not dithered, but every other pixel line.
Oh yeah, so it's not quite fully
solid.
We'll roll it for Brian.
Hey,
we'll
by the way, I like
here.
The Reddit one's kind of cool. It's all chrome.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's not mute it. Let's mute this.
Oh man,
isn't that great music? Instagram. Join us. Look at that. Is that not?
That's perfect though, because it's rainbow. That was 70s, definitely.
Oh, hey, the YouTube one.
Amazon.
The YouTube one I could totally see at the beginning of a videotape.
Oh yeah.
SoundCloud with the loop.
Oh.
This video was a Stephen J. Cannell production.
It
reminds me of the music, like in between, movie reels too, in the theater back in the 70s.
Oh yeah.
Look at purple and green Facebook. All right.
Don't forget to get your snacks at the snack bar.
Exactly. Oh man, that was good. It was like actually the trailers. They'd have like the music playing coming soon, and they'd have the kind of little thing, and they had that funky 70s music in it. Yeah. Oh man.
All right, you can watch that if you go through our show notes. For episode 545, we'll have that posted on our website real soon. So that was a bit of retro fun that we thought. We also have, you know what, Brian, I'm going to let you have this one.
My.
It's the sad old predictions about space travel.
Oh, okay. Old predictions about space travel can be super depressing in 2018.
Oh, really? Do tell.
Yeah, you probably remember familiar with the old saying, "Where's my flying car?"
Yes.
Where's my jetpack? That sort of thing. But the most depressing question for plenty of space nerds from the 20th century might be, where's my vacation to the moon?
Well, we're getting close.
It's coming.
Yeah.
Getting close.
Yeah, but we expected it way back when. So the writer article said they got super depressed reading a paper from 1987 about the space travel advances we're supposed to have by 2013.
87? I thought this was like 1947 or something.
No,
the image is from the 1960s.
The paper is titled "The World of the United States in 2013." and was written by the late sociologist Daniel Bell. The paper isn't exclusively about space travel. It includes predictions on everything from nanotechnology to population growth. But the section on space exploration definitely feels the farthest away.
I thought I was going to say population control.
Yeah, we're talking about eugenics.
We could have 4 billion people by the year 20.
Yeah, we're gonna Soylent Green is here, folks. So here's one of the takes from it. The major frontier, of course, is space. The Payne Commission in the United States has proposed a 40-year program for the exploration and colonization of space. Still a wish. It is possible there may be permanent space stations in orbit by 2013. Kinda. It is even possible that there will be, as as in the Antarctic, some outposts on Mars. Still waiting on it. There are many projects for advantageous manufacture in space, pharmaceuticals, for an example. There are designs for solar panels to redirect energy from the sun, just as most satellites in space will be powered by solar reflections. Yeah, there's lots of technical advances from 87, but no moon colonies, no Mars.
We moved from
space
to DVDs
station.
and Blu-ray.
It's all consumer electronics, really.
There's no moon colonies because the moon was blown out of orbit in 1999.
Oh, they didn't account for that. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. But Daniel Bell died in 2011, so of course he didn't really see what happened in 2013.
He ducked out.
Yeah.
Woo, dodged that one.
But like the article goes on to say that he probably at least mildly disappointed by the topics of space travel. Since the space shuttle program was formally retired in 2011.
Oh, that's right.
And the U.S. doesn't have anything like that. Literally, the space shuttle program is museum pieces at this point.
Yes, they are.
Thank goodness for SpaceX, right?
Yeah.
I think so. I think it's actually the future of what we're going to look at, I think, really more than anything else. So,
and Virgin Galactic.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see if Richard Branson can pull it off or not. I don't know. He talks a big game.
There's another player in there. I'm trying to remember. Who's the third one? Yeah.
Yeah. So
Boeing, they're the third wheel.
There we go. Yeah.
They also ran. Now, hey, I got a question for you. Isn't it a little pointless to say colonizing space?
What? Yes, you really.
Would you want to do it on a planet?
Maybe. I mean, if you look at the world of the
space stations.
Yeah, if you look at Expanse, I mean, the world of the Expanse, space stations and whatnot, mining stations out in the asteroid belt and that sort of thing. Yeah, but I mean, the things you don't really take in, the things we know now about what space does on the human body is amazing. Because
they didn't know that in 87.
Oh no, not at all. It's brutal. I mean, yeah, I can't imagine. Can you imagine living completely your life in space, Craig?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can?
No, I don't know. I obviously, as a kid, you kind of fantasize about going to when the space shuttle was around, all that kind of stuff got me going. I could imagine it, but I don't know if I could. Now. Not as a lifetime on Earth. I think it'd be hard to go live in space. As an adult. I don't know.
No view. Can't get out and see the greenery. Weightlessness.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do it. At least at my age. As somebody would be born there. What was that movie where the kid was born on Mars and he got stranded there, but he was alive?
Oh, Space Between Us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
I did, and it actually kind of does tackle some of those subjects where, like, hey, you're on a lower gravity, you wouldn't be able to go back to Earth, per se, and you'd have all these health issues as well.
Well, they kind of did that with the Expanse.
The Expanse definitely did.
When they brought people back, it's like you had to have some shots, you had to have medication to help you with the
bone density growth,
the lights, the gravity. It was not a pleasant experience to come back to Earth after living on Mars or a mining colony for a while.
Yeah. So even if people do go to Mars, I mean, look at the challenges coming back. So I don't know. One, you're going to have challenges going into space, like you just mentioned, radiation and gravity and all that kind of stuff. But coming back, with children, I think it would be even harder. So I don't know. I can't imagine leaving Earth and doing that. Although it'd be cool to go around the moon and come back.
We could fake it all on a soundstage again.
Again. I like that.
Again.
Still. Right. That's where the Space Force is going to be, Chuck. It's going to be on a soundstage out in Nevada.
Well, how about
We're protecting the world. The Space Force. I think Zap Brannigan. When I think of Space Force, I think of Zap Brannigan is what I think of every single time.
Zap Brannigan. So what about you guys? Can you imagine?
It's a sketch. What?
Yeah. Can you imagine leaving Earth and going to space and living?
Not long term.
No. I definitely not at my age.
I think it'd be fun to do for like a couple of weeks, kind of like you go on a cruise, but then you come back and you get your feet on solid land.
Yeah.
Yeah. Moon dust everywhere. No, definitely not.
Yeah, track moon dust into the house.
I love the smell of regolith in the morning.
Yeah, well, I don't like regolith.
It gets in your eyes and your ears.
It's everywhere.
It's itchy.
It's everywhere, man.
Wow.
Oh, thanks, Anakin.
Yeah.
Anakin Moon reference.
Yeah, exactly.
Anime gets everywhere.
Get my mechanical hand all crusty.
I keep oiling this stupid thing.
And we went to Wizard of Oz. Let's move on. Time to thank our patrons with the patron music. This show is, of course, brought to you by you. Thank you very much. We really, really do appreciate the donations to our Patreon account. You can find that over at patreon.com/Technorama podcast. I was on the wiki segment a minute ago. So head on over there, and you can be like Kyle Nishioka, Abner Braverman, Ben Vaughn, Mike Wills, Megapodtastic, Night Gig Studios, Gary Lindros, John Clifford, Leon, that John Noble,
Yes.
Not that one.
Not that one. This
Chris
one.
MC, Alexis Duran, Saturday Morning Media, Steve Therian, Jorga Schrauen, John Miller Jr., and our latest and greatest Patreon member, Amber Elstad. Thank you all very much. Of course,
Hey, I think Amber Elstad sounds like a color of paint. A crayon.
What color would that be exactly, Craig?
Brown.
I think it sounds, that'd be a good beer name, really.
A golden
Amber
brown.
Elstad.
I'll have an Amber Elstad.
I like that. Yeah, I'm with you. A beer, definitely. Better than a crayon. Way to go, Craig.
Yeah, you're right.
Easy idea, guy? What? Really?
Would you like the Belgian Jorga Schrauen?
Yeah. Would you like the Belgian Jorga Schrauen?
I'll have a Jorga Schrauen and give me an Amber Elstad for my buddy over here.
Or the John Noble Pills. Oh,
there you go.
We have a bunch of...
Yeah, exactly. Or the Steve Therian, IPA. Yeah, exactly. Avner Braverman Stout. I'm liking it. I'm digging it. I think you ought to do this with all his beers next time.
If you have a name that even closely resembles a beer, you have to be a Patreon.
There you go.
We're going to take you all out for a drink one of these days, I think.
How did
we never see this before?
I don't know.
I want the Saturday Morning Media Amber Ale.
There you go.
I'll just have a mug of Leon.
It's like pitch black. It kind of fizzes a bit. It's like, I want the Leon. Oh, wow.
Thank you all very much. You not only get your name massacred in our show,
well, yeah,
transformed into some alcoholic beverage, but you also get special content that is available only to our patrons. We record it right after this, but release it so it'll really mess with your mind if you can try and figure that out when we reference things in the show that you haven't heard yet.
You know what we should do is we should switch shirts between really mess with them. I'm just saying.
No, the other one's not even on video. It's just an audio.
Oh, it's audio.
Hey, it'll take me a little while to get my shirt over there.
Yeah. I don't know if
Drones.
All right, here, let's do it now.
Oh, no, not for video. Not for video.
On the Patreon show. Okay.
Oh, there you go.
I think that's the longest we've ever run this segment. The music's almost run out. There we go. We might as well just let it go.
Long enough. Hey, it was long enough for everybody to ferment.
Wow, that's almost like the 2 April Wine songs I recorded today. I transferred 2 April Wine vinyl albums to digital today.
One of the ones with Enough is Enough on it?
Enough is Enough. and Nature of the Beast.
Nature of the Beast.
Power Play is the name of the album. Power Play is the album.
Which app? What's that?
April
Wine Power Play and April Wine Nature of the Beast.
Okay.
Classic
rock albums. Yeah. Good stuff.
We wore those cassettes out.
Yeah, so I definitely did Power Play. And how.
Yeah. It's funny because I remember all the songs of Nature of the Beast more. I think we scavenged everything at the roller rink we could off of that album. It just had there. I mean, between you and me, you could play on a couple skate.
Yeah, solo skates or all skates.
Yep. We had a hospital skate where there was no speed limit for like one song, and we just
speed limit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mary and I will often be driving the car, and we'll also go, man, this is a skating rink song. Totally. You hear it all the time. Just enough funky beat or just enough rock and roll to it. Yeah.
We need to have like a Phoenix roller skating party.
Man, I haven't been on roller skates in years. I probably could still do it fairly well. But the thing is, we need the senior rink that's got padding, because if we fall, we're going to break a hip or something,
Well, that's true. They just sign a waiver.
Yeah, sign a waiver.
Here's your walker, sir.
Yeah, you're old dudes. You need to sign this.
The walker
Can I
has
see your
roller
ID,
skates.
sir? Oh, step in this line.
You're in this line. You're in the sumo suit roller skating outfit, so you be safe this way. But no, I think that's a great idea, actually, Chuck. That'd be a good one. Do roller skating
We need to
sometime.
pull that together.
Yeah.
I still have skates.
You still have skates?
Yeah.
still do.
So the next episode, y'all will both be crippled, and your ankles will be.
Yeah, we're like this.
I have 2 pair of skates.
2 pair.
2. I used to work at a rink.
I know you did.
Woo-hoo.
Hey, they're so
Yes.
old. They got like the metal wheels on them.
No, not
It's got the key on it
Not
and
the
everything.
kind you put on your shoes.
And you need like a skate key to put it
Yep,
on.
skate key.
Yeah, it's
I got a brand new pair of roller skates. You got
Oh.
a brand new key. Anyway, no more singing.
Yes, please.
We have one more thing in the Geek Library, which is this one. I just like the music.
Thanks for that.
You don't whistle that to yourself during the day? I do. All right, we have one last story. Who went last?
you. Use
So
your
it's me
turn.
then. I guess it's my turn then.
Okay.
So Amazon is setting traps.
The trap is baited. What are they using
Look,
for
I got
bait?
a new package from Amazon. You reach in and it.
Yeah, exactly.
A bear trap.
Be very, very quiet. I'm planting packages. Amazon uses fake packages to catch delivery drivers who are stealing. So specifically the drivers. The company plants this packages internally referred to as dummy packages in the trucks of the drivers at random. The dummy packages have fake labels and are often empty. We might pull something out
Wouldn't you know if you picked up the package? Like, whoa, that's light.
Well, yeah, so here it is. We might pull something out of our pockets and put it in there to give it some weight, a former Amazon logistics manager told Business Insider.
A boat anchor.
Yeah. God, why is this thing so heavy? This person who was asked to remain anonymous for fear of retribution said instructions for the practice came from Amazon's corporate offices in Seattle. It is meant to be, it's a trap, to check the integrity of the driver, essentially. It's basically, hey, here we go. We're going to put these dummy packages in there and see who's stealing from us. And
Why is the inside of the truck blue?
Blue dye pack.
Purple. Yeah. It'd be Amazon. It'd be like Amazon brown.
I thought UPS was supposed to be wearing brown. Why are you all purple?
Well, and the funny thing is, I think this is probably mostly for, since Amazon's like kind of outsourcing a lot of their driving packages,
right.
and this is probably why it's for this.
We got one on Sunday. It was not an Amazon driver. It was a little white van.
Yep.
Came by.
Yeah.
Pop that.
Oh, I've seen them all day long. Yeah.
So
basically, they're saying the checks and audits are part of an overall quality program and are administered at random. And so this is
who
how
are they sending these to? Because what would you do if a random box just showed up?
Well, so here's what it is. It says during deliveries, drivers scan the label of every package they are deliver. When they scan a fake label on a dummy package, an error message pops up. So when this happens, the driver might call their supervisor, say, "Hey, I got this bum package. It's erroring." Or keep the package in their truck. Basically, is what they tell them to do.
Nobody lives at this crack house anymore. I should know.
Yeah, it's like, I know this address. This is not an address. This is this is Wrigley
like
Field.
The door's off of
Right.
it. It's empty house. There's a dog on the chain. It's like,
Yeah.
what the heck's going on?
No, but I mean, when they scan it, it comes up with an error. So they have to keep in their obviously their vehicle. They bring it back at the end of their shift. Then the supervisors come and grab it, essentially. And then they're like, boy, that John guy's a good guy. Brought it right back. So
You pass.
yeah.
Oh.
Now, of course, the drivers could also steal the package. That means, if it comes up with an error, they're like, free stuff.
Oh.
So what they do is, you bring the package back, you're innocent. If you don't, guess what? You're a thug, said Sid Shaw, former manager of the Deliver OL, a courier company that delivers packages for Amazon.
You do not want that rating.
No, it isn't. So basically, dummy packages are just one way they're trying to control theft, which is obviously a huge problem for Amazon.
Oh, yeah.
Shrinkage, the industry term for losses attributed
When you
to
swim in the
theft.
pool and it's a little
cold
cold.
water.
Yeah, it's not the cold water shrinkage. It's basically, theft. Basically theft or error or fraud. Costs about $47 billion last year alone.
Wait,
$47 billion. with a B.
Who did it cost $47 billion?
Probably the companies.
Amazon's not I mean,
well, I mean, it's not only that.
That can't be just Amazon.
Yeah, it's probably any retailer. Any retailer that goes through Amazon.
$47 billion in stolen packages?
Yeah.
Hey, well, the other side of this coin is the one where people, steal packages off your front door after it's been delivered in good faith, and gone.
So I'm always waiting.
Well, and Amazon has this new thing now where they take a picture of where they put your package. Mm-hmm. So that way,
I've gotten those.
Yeah, and they send it to you. So that way you know that your package was delivered to wherever it was. And you can go, that's not my porch, for example, and so that they can do that.
I started getting those. I started getting those recently in my email. I was like, oh yeah, my package came. I'm in the house, and I'm like, wow, I didn't even see him pull up.
Right, and Amazon just doesn't give actually how many packages it loses to theft. It doesn't tell you. But they tell you that how many they've delivered the last year, which is 5 billion packages alone.
That's a lot.
Yeah, and that's worldwide. But they're Amazon's very hopeful that these dummy packages will basically deter theft, and also maybe tell them who's honest. And so maybe that's, I would think that hopefully they were the honest drivers. And they're like, hey, Bob, you returned 50 dummy packages. Here's a gift card or, free donuts for a week or something like that. You'd think it'd be nice incentive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, speaking of theft, a while back, we got charged. It's a fraudulent charge from Best Buy. Somebody had bought some packages, and my wife started digging into it, and she called Best Buy, and they were like, well, we can't give you that information without your order number. And so
it's not my order.
But she was trying to figure out who ordered this and what was going on. So she called back several times trying to get somebody different. Hopefully they would end up giving them the information. And she said she called and said, look, I've got my credit card number. Can you give me the information on this order? Sure. What is it? And they looked it up and found it and gave her all the information she wanted. She just had to work game it a little bit. And
it's basically,
turns out
it
was delivered to it. It was delivered to a neighborhood near here, and somebody would go up there, snake the package, and leave. Oh. And Kim found the name on the package from Best Buy. She looked up the person on Facebook, and they were their cousin was somebody that worked at Amazon. So then it was like, this is a little fishy. And so there's a whole thing where there was Kim reported it, and that was, I'm not going to go into all the details, but they were looking into it.
Interesting.
Good for her. Hey,
we were trying to figure out how her credit card number got stolen.
We forgot to give a shout out to our chat room people.
Do it now.
Yes, let's do it now. Some of these people may not be on at the moment, but they've been and gone. So, of course, we have John Miller Jr. We've got Victor Cajiao, former of the Typical Mac User podcast.
Hello, buddy.
Michael King was here. Mark Trubel, we mentioned him earlier. CJ was online. Gave her a shout out at the beginning of the show. Steve Rickenberg, Brian Maluski, James
Mike
San
Robinson.
Augustine, who is one of our, now I'm feeling a little underqualified. He's one of our AV guys at work.
He'd look at your setup and go, oh, Chuck.
And Tiffany Junebug Van Boxtel, who used to work at the karate school where I went for a while. And she did voice lessons for Donna for a while, too.
Mike Robinson.
Yeah, we said Mike Robinson, too.
Oh, he did?
Yes, he did.
I did. Did I say that? I didn't see him because I don't always see Craig's friends.
Yeah, I don't know how Facebook figures this out. How it sorts
Privacy.
It's algorithm, the Facebook algorithm.
If they're my friends, you don't see them. If they're not my friends, you don't see them.
Whatever.
So thank you all for watching. We appreciate it very much. If you are catching this on YouTube or Facebook, you can watch live Sunday night at 9:30 Eastern. We will be there. Let's see. We just haven't rang the desk bell all night, so need some excuse. You can also find us over at, this is released in podcast form on late Tuesday night. So it's ready for you Wednesday morning when you wake up, just like your breakfast, coffee, and Technorama. Boy, that's a volatile combination, isn't it?
That'll get you moving. Something moving at least. I'm not sure what.
Something moving.
After all those alcohol names.
Yeah.
All righty. And that leaves us with the question of the week.
What is the question of the week?
The question of the week is, what is your favorite time travel movie?
Huh.
Yeah.
Is it Bill and Ted? Is it Back to the Future? Is it
Star Trek 4?
I started to say Star Trek 4. I'm sorry, I was doing the math. 3, 4.
Yeah, not Star Trek 5. No.
Don't go back in time
be
for
thrown
that.
back in time.
Is it the Time Machine?
Oh, there's tons of time travel movies.
Time
Wow.
After Time?
The Cyndi Lauper song?
No.
That's where I went. I was thinking about it.
It's one where H.G. Wells goes and chases Jack the Ripper through time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, man. So many to choose from. You know what? I want to do a quick Google search. Time travel movies. Let's just see what it comes up with. There's got to be a list.
Oh, yeah. About Time.
Interstellar.
Interstellar's great until the very last bit. Yeah.
12 Monkeys.
Edge of Tomorrow.
I like that. Was a good take on a time travel movie.
About Time is really good, too. Have you seen that?
Ooh, Predestination.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one. Looper.
Hey, Star
Mike
Trek
Menengay
2009.
got us that.
Yeah, Predestination's great.
Yeah.
Hey, Star Trek 2009.
I have not seen Looper.
Looper. You haven't seen Looper?
Deja Vu.
Oh, man.
Harry
You'd
Potter
like
and
Looper.
the Prisoner of Azkaban is a time travel movie.
Well, yeah, because she has the
time
travel.
turner.
Yeah, time turner.
That's weak. I don't know. No, that's not the premise of the movie.
Hey, you need to go see Looper, by
Yeah,
the
dude,
way.
you need to see Looper. It's really good. Bruce Willis.
Source code. There's a lot of recent ones.
Hey,
Men in
my
Black
favorite-
3.
My favorite, Hot Tub Time Machine.
Oh, please
Yeah,
no.
Hot Tub Time Machine.
Please no. There's
No.
a reason that's not on my list. Ooh.
There are a bunch of them.
The remake of the Time Machine, yeah.
Back to
Hey,
the
I like how they
Future.
have Austin Powers listed in there.
It's true, because he goes back in time.
Groundhog Day.
There you go, Chuck.
Oh.
13 going on 30.
Of course, Terminator 2, Terminator
Hey, wait.
Judgment Day.
Let our listeners
Yes.
read back some of them. Yeah, you don't have to.
Are we? We're just seeding the pot.
I think we've done enough right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kate and Leopold.
It's one of my favorite movies, actually.
Is it?
I'm a rom-com junkie, so yeah.
Oh,
we have to show you the
Brian Brown's got a sensitive heart.
I am
the 60-yard
fuzzy
line
heart.
then.
He's deep.
All right. So that's our question. We want to hear from you, and I will do my best to put this on Facebook as well to get you going. So thank you very much, Brian.
Oh, thank you for having me again. I hope to that I can live up to the Technorama standard of podcast recording, Mr. Thomas Stee.
He might have to. I think you're setting the bar right now.
Did you teach him the pod Pledge of Allegiance?
No, I know the binary finger. It's 010.
You got cut off just at the end of the last show. We were doing the sign up. Listeners won't have any idea what that was, but the streamers would if you were on the live stream.
Yeah.
We were doing the binary high five, and Craig says 101, and Brian says 010. That's the binary finger.
Well, you know.
Oh, yeah, trainee.
Yeah. Podcast trainee, intern, sir.
Brian,
Unpaid intern.
would you like an enclosure tag with that, sir?
Thank you for allowing me to be a part of this experience.
Alrighty.
It's great, Kip. Now go get my slippers.
Yeah, that's nice. Go get Daddy a scotch.
All right, thank you very much for watching. Let's play that outro music. Here we go. You can find all of our information over at chuckchat.com/Technorama. I'm not going to get into all the other stuff, but it's there. Our Amazon links, our
Listener line?
All right, we'll give it to you just in case. 707-530-2428. You can reach us at 707-530-CHAT. I haven't heard from people in a long time. We want to hear from you. Don't forget, we also have our Patreon page over there as well if you want to get your name turned into some kind of beer
or some kind of alcoholic beverage.
Yeah, I want some guy named Scotch.
Yeah, Scotch.
Guy's gonna sign up. He says, "No, my real name actually is Hefeweizen."
Right.
Then we're in trouble.
Well, you have the Craig Steep Sour. Step sour. Sour. You're sour.
Okay.
Definitely.
Oh, look at that. The music ran out. We didn't do the binary high five yet.
All right,
Go.
101.
Like clockwork.
Like clockwork. Every single time we hit those numbers.
I was listening in the background. All right, that was a lot of fun. Thank you very much for watching on Facebook. Thank you for watching on YouTube, and we will catch you next next time. I think we're around next week. Yeah, we should be around next weekend. No reason why not to.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
Same
Nope.
bat URL. It would be now.